Point number 5, a real man is a man of his word. I remember when I grew up in I grew up in Austria, small township where we went to church on a Sunday, my father, my mother and us kids, and after church in the marketplace, literal physical marketplace, that seemed so huge at the time when I was a little guy, and now that I'm all big and strong, I get into the same environment. That was a joke, by the way. And I get into that same marketplace when I go back visiting, and like it's just a stone's throw from here to there, but when I was little, like it just seemed like miles across to the other side. You know, it all has to do with the distance that our tread and our legs and everything. Anyway, that's another story, but I clearly remember there were all of these men standing around after church, and they did business after church, because that's the only time where they met in town, and they did business deals. They paid each other. Plumber paid the other guy, and so forth. And I never saw any. I saw money exchange hands. I never saw any written contract exchange hands. They were just men of their word. You said you was going to do something, and you just did it. If you say you're going to be there, turn up. Don't change your mind. Don't give us a story. Don't make excuses. I find myself repeatedly, I'm driving down the road, and I've already left it late because I'm having finished late on the last projects, and I'm going somewhere to a meeting, and then as I'm going down thinking, I'm going to be late, and I hate being late. I just don't like it. And the more I confess that I hate being late, the more I hate it. I tell you, I think that's a good thing. And so I'm thinking, what am I going to say? I want to say, I'll just blame the traffic and heavy traffic today. And I do that, it's like, why do I do that? So at least sometimes I whip out my phone and I break the law and I text ahead. We're not allowed to text in New Zealand. Is that illegal in Australia too? Oh, I think I might have broken the law over here already too. Sorry, guys. But I text ahead and say, look, just running a bit late. Apologies. Let's not turn up at a meeting late and then not apologize, because we're stealing other people's time if they're waiting. Real men don't do that. They take responsibility. Sorry, guys, I should have been a bit more thoughtful, should have left a bit earlier. And I'm speaking to myself. Psalm 15, verse 1, it says, Lord, who may abide in your tabernacle? Who may dwell in your holy hill? There's a number of things mentioned, but I want to get straight to verse 4. It says, he who swears to his own hurt and does not change. He who swears to his own hurt and does not change. Do you know, there is such a thing as a man of conviction and a man of convenience. A man of convenience changes his mind if his commitment starts costing him. It's like, I started this project, I've underpriced it now, and I'm going to lose money on the job. Or stick with it. If you're a man of conviction, swear to your own hurt and do not change. Pastor, I'm going to be with you. You can count on me. And 3 weeks later, I think, Pastor, God's speaking to me about moving on. Like I have to move on. Well, swear to your own hurt and do not change. Don't be fickle with your words. Don't be fickle. A man of conviction makes good his word no matter what the cost. And it's a real tragedy when men acting like weasels, weaseling in and out of situations, in and out of relationships, and just not really being men of their word. I met with some friends of my son's. My son is one of the drummers in our church, and good musician, good artist, and he knows a bunch of people that come out of the industry and come out of the world where they do, the whole technical world and sound and so forth. And we had a situation some months ago where our sound desk just broke down, the power supply just blew out, and suddenly we were without a sound desk, and that happened on Thursday, and we have to do church on Sunday. So we quickly laid a hold of a brand new machine from a local company that kindly just brought the thing down and set it up for us, and we're back in business, and it's on April. All right, it's on April. And so in the meantime, we say, okay, let's just trust God for some money here. We can pay for this thing so we can go from an analog machine to a digital machine. Long story short, we as good as confirmed things, said to them, yes, we're going to take it, but we haven't quite paid them yet. And the next minute, my son's friends turn up and they say, look, we can really help you. We can advise you, and we've got some equipment and so forth. We can give you advice. We can give it to you at no cost or at low cost to kind of journey with you as a church in regards to where you want to go and equipment equipment that you should buy and should not buy, because sometimes churches, they say, are notorious for doing things hodgepodge, just a bit here and a bit there, and then whoever is in at the time says, look, I prefer this piece of equipment and that and so forth, and say, we can help you with that. And if you buy something from us, then it obviously means that our advice will come for free and so forth. But you know, what really blessed me was that my son had already talked to them, and he says, listen, when you talk to my dad, he's made a commitment to the other company to buy this desk, and when my dad says something, he's going to do it. And it's not, I wasn't sort of in any way thinking, oh wow, I'm really glad that these boys know that. What really blessed me was my son knew that. That's what blessed me. That my son knew that his dad was a man of his word. James chapter 5 verse 12. But above all, my brethren, do not swear either by heaven or by earth or by any other oath. Let your yes be yes, and your no, no, lest you fall into judgment. So here we have it all over again. Am I out of time? 5 minutes. Thank you. So let your yes be yes. A real man doesn't change his mind every 5 minutes. He says yes, and then it's going to be yes. I'm going to be there, then we're going to be there. You can count on me to turn up on time, then be on time. And if I'm late, we offer an apology. We recognize that we've put other people out because we stole part of their time. Because other people are busy as well. We're not the only ones that are busy. And I'm speaking to myself. It's just a real area here. Like as I say, I'm traveling down the road, I'm late, I'm breaking the law, I'm now going faster than what I should, and I'm already thinking up excuses. Like the flesh it's just incredible how it works. Just incredible how it works.